Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Rwagnation League Grand Prix here in Austria. It's the F2 cars, and I cannot wait to get started with this Grand Prix. I'm Ben Raggan McConnell, and joining me on the caster's desk is the incredibly talented Jamie Caster Elder. How you doing?
I'm not sure, man. How are you?
You've gone robotic again. You're doing the robot. I didn't think it was possible to do both the robot as a dance move and also vocally, but you've done it.
I excel at a lot of things, and this is just one of the things on my list I excel at.
Well, welcome back, Mr. Amkasa. It's good to have you with us again. Pick somebody to go on hot lap with. In fact,
my
you
game
know what?
defaulted to overspeed.
I'm going. If I can find him.
Never mind.
Where is it? There he is. Hayden Gullis, making his debut race. The Veloce man himself. Oh, excuse me, tried. It's a good job we didn't go with him then, isn't it?
Yeah, where is Hayden? There he is. He's down in lowly 14th.
He's biding his time. You know, he does a lot of these open lobbies. He does do the F2 cars quite frequently. We are going to see him have his debut race here. Let's see if he can carry this through to getting a nice solid. You know, I'll even give it, if he gets a top 8, I think that's pretty good going for him.
Has he not practiced in the F2 cars?
Not for this, no. He does
Not
do
for
the
this.
F2
Does
cars.
He practice something else then?
So he does the F2 cars, but in open lobbies. The one thing he also does, he only ever runs default setup. He never ever uses any other setup. So he's already put himself on the back foot. So the fact that he's sat midfield right now is actually pretty good going.
Oh, we got these last couple of corners that can really invalidate a lap very early on. Or very late on, should we say, actually. And it seems to be okay, but there we go. People starting to drop to the bottom. Hayden is not one of them.
No, he's not. Stays P10. So the fastest is Piloto Payet. There's something that we see most weekends. 114.368 and just very closely behind him, Absinthe. 114.389. So good start for these guys. Pretty close, but this is Austria. This is a track where the DRS and the toe is so strong. It's absolutely incredibly difficult to try and break that from anybody. You know, the one thing these guys have got going for them is they don't have to worry about ERS, so it's all about execution of exits and entries, but we'll see how they go throughout. Here is how we look going into the first race of the F2 races. So Piloto taking us off the start with 114.368, with Absinthe chasing him closely in second, Cryptic in third, Jack in fourth, Roshko in fifth, Kai Bacchini in sixth, with Landos Miltman in seventh, Tortor in eighth, Furball ninth, Hayden Gullis in 10th, with Ravenduck in 11th, Hardy in 12th, with Marquez 13th, Badger in 14th, Jeb 15th, Aviator 16th, Rexon 17th, Overspeed, Reg Jr., and last but not least is default. Bear in mind the last two did disqualify. The third to last, Overspeed, did actually DNF completely.
Well, Rexon might as well have DNF with a time like that. He's 20 seconds off the pace down there. The two ART cars are going to be lining up towards the back. And interesting to see what they can do. Aviator, I think he impressed us a couple of weeks back. Impressed me. Came through the field quite well. And he's got a lot to do today, though.
I mean, the F2 cars are something he is actually really quite good at. It's like, don't get me wrong, he's really fast in the F1 cars, but the F2 cars, he just seems to be in a whole different level. It's like this is his calling, you know? I'd like to see him get a race win today. In a track like this, in weather conditions such as this is something that could play to Aviator standards.
Nice and sunny this race, so who knows what's going to happen in the next race.
Well, yeah, but this is the main one, remember. This is the feature race. This is the one where you get the most points. If you get P1, you're getting those 25 points in your back pocket, you know?
But what happened last week? Oh, not last week, 2 weeks ago in France.
Yeah, it's true.
It was all just... We didn't know who won. It was a tie at the end of the day. Count back. Yeah. The other thing that's scary is how long this is taking.
Fear not. This is just them getting their strategy together in an F2 race, so they'll be thinking about how they're going to attack this. A degree of strategy, yeah. Although I am told that the lobby might actually be glitched, and we may need to... Nope. We wait for Roshko and Absinthe. That's just now loaded in. We can do this. Come on, Codemasters, you've got this.
There's a typo on my stream. It's not the Austrian, it's Austrian.
It's close enough.
I'll quickly correct that. Let me know if we start going onto the grid.
As it stands, we are currently waiting for the loading of Absinthe and Roshko, so there may be a rehost potentially. We'll sit tight and bear in mind, but just going to talk about some of the front drivers. Piloto Paya, a regular in these F2 cars, absolutely phenomenal when it comes to pace around these. I think the F2 cars is probably the area where he is stronger. In a similar vote to, like we said, for Aviator, has got really quick. In fact, I actually think that Piloto Paya has actually got a lot of world records for the F2 cars. I think we are going for a potential rehost. We just have Absinthe, who would need to do the same, as we have Roshko had to step out. Let's see if Absinthe is in the same boat. Now, the drivers are obviously out on the grid, ready to go. They are just waiting for this final... I mean, it's not his fault. His game's obviously bugged out, it looks like. So Absinthe will need to...
Just saw a car move.
I can't even see any cars. Where are you seeing the cars?
I can see where it says DHL, the advertising board on the far right.
Yeah.
I just saw something move in front of there. There you go. Look, there's a car moving on grid.
Okay. What has happened here?
Whose
Already there's been a
wing is that in the
2-second time penalty for Roshko for a collision, and he's not even here, poor guy.
On the formation app, he gets a collision.
Well, that's P2 and P5 that we've lost there. I don't think, even if they rejoin, that we're going to be able to get this, get them back in again. They may have to start
this is a mess.
back in again.
This is an absolute mess. I saw some damage. I don't know whose it was on the grid.
I'm looking. It's not Piloto or Cryptic. No. No.
And Raggy Jr. spun on low speed.
Is that Jebus on the start line? No,
I believe so.
Marquez, he's been reset. So he's had issues. I think that's I mean, you don't actually get damage on the formation lap, I've just remembered. Roshko's managed to rejoin, but I don't know if his car is going to be able to participate.
Well, I suspect we're going to have a rehost in a moment, as I see Badger's doing some baggy things.
Let's have a look. Oh.
He's just stopped.
Yes.
This has got to be a rehost. This is a mess.
We'll find out.
Reset.
Let me find out what is occurring. Okay,
I'm not sure anyone knows what's
We'll
occurring.
sit tight in the meantime whilst we wait for this to sort out. But it is going to be a feature race, 10 laps around the Austrian circuit. Unfortunately, technical difficulties playing a factor. It may mean that this may be rehosted. We shall wait and see.
Well, just waiting for Badger's the last man at the back. He's going to be making his way around soon. Raven Duck's gone AI. That's not going to help things. And will all cars be pointing the forward direction on the start?
I'm just pending to find out what is happening. He's messaging me back now.
I would have thought it was be a restart.
We are not.
Quit better.
Nope, we are going. This is happening. We have lost driver 2. And I've got no sound. But it's back now as the lights are on. And we're about to kick off with the first race in the F2 cars. And it's go time here in Austria. It's a very dispersed grid due to not having P2 or 5. But they've now been filtered and filled in. So Cryptic is on the back of Piloto. Jack is trying to find his way up towards it. But Kaibachini's gone for a beautiful move down the inside in towards turn 1.
Oh, there's not a beautiful move down the back there. That's Marquez and Jeb spinning.
Oh, we've lost both the admins.
Badger as well.
Yep. And Ravenduck got caught up in that too. Marquez is trying to catch up. He's actually going to pass Ravenduck as a result. Let's go back up towards turn 1. Turn 2, sorry, because there's more contact further upfield as Kaibachini's managed to get down the inside of Jack. Jack looked like he was trying to take an interesting line around the outside. Torto's got the inside line coming up to him. Might be able to get Kaibachini if he can break a bit later than normal. And Hayden Gullis is up to P7.
Yep, Furbal's gained a pace back. Has lost now. Oh, big collision in the midfield.
Yep, Lando's Milkman, he lost control of the rear going through turn 3. Turn 4 even, and that's caused him to collect a few. Oh, there's more contact.
It's bumper cars out there today. Hayden's on the rear Furball. Furbal's making ground back up after losing a lot of places off the start. He had a problem up at turn 3, top of the hill. Lost loads of places. He's down in 10th and 11th. Then that crash at turn 4 has allowed him to gain back up to P6. As Ravenduck has DNF, that looks like it could be a driver decision.
Could be,
based on being inside of turn 7.
Toto's making moves on Jack, or is it the other way around? Although he's going to have to take the outside line through turn 1. I think he may have made that work. No, he hasn't. Jack's got a really good exit. Look at this. He is steaming up to the back of Kai Bacchini right now, trying to find extra pace to keep himself protected, as Toto might go for a send it. He's decided against it. We'll actually have to take...
Hayden's sending it behind. He sent it on the inside of Verbal and takes but runs wide. Is Verbal going to come back? Yes, he is. Is Ospeed coming to come through? This is going to be tight. It's a drag race down towards turn 4. Ospeed has a nose ahead and the inside line here. And Ospeed might have taken that off Hayden. Hayden making big mistake. Oh, Ospeed nearly oversped into the side of Verbal, but Hayden's now going to take advantage of that himself and try and come through. But this is not going to be easy through turn 6. They go side by side. Bit of lagging there for Overspeed.
Oh,
and
he's in the gravel. Yeah, he got pushed to the gravel. And
he's lost the rear end.
He's alive, but he has wing damage, so he's going to have a bit of a trip to the pits, I think. It's a shame. In his debut race, he was going well up until that point. But we have got Jack and Kai Bacchini still scrapping. This has been a battle from the beginning. Piloto Payet in P1 still from the lead. Cryptic is obviously going to be chasing him down too, 7/10. But we have now got DRS enabled, and this is where you're going to start to see drivers start to crumble a little bit now as the pressure starts to mount up. Kai Bacchini's run a little bit wide going through turn 1. This has allowed Jack to get a really solid run through now up towards turn 2 and 3. And that's a pretty simple move done and dusted, unless Kai's got a send it move, and he does not.
Send it move might be happening behind. They're trying to survive for the same bit of time, like 3 cars. Overspeed, Aviator, and Default, and Aviator has the position, but now he loses it to Aviator. And he doesn't, Overspeed holds it.
Yeah, he's done well, but not only that, Default's actually managing to get past Aviator as well. He just had a bit of a slow exit coming out of it, and that's caused Default to get the inside. I think that's a done dealio, just about.
Here's the nudge on the rear end of Overspeed.
Yeah.
That could have been curtains for both of them.
Teammates having a little bit of a scrap through the track, and there's more little pushing going from Aviator into the back of Default. They're very much getting the handbags out. Might go down the inside. This is a good opportunity for him. Go on, Aviator, down it. Nope, Default's held onto it. Very well held from Default. There's not a great deal now that Aviator can do other than just wait for the home straight.
Yeah, he's got to hope Overspeed actually just goes at this point, so that Default doesn't get the DRS, so he can get past and then catch up to Overspeed with that DRS. It's not going to work out as like that. So Default will have DRS, and so will Aviator, so only minor gains for Aviator on the straight. Overspeed's a little bit unsure into the first. Default's right on the rear. I think Default might have a good chance making moves here on Overspeed. Overspeed defends the right. Default's going to have to go around the outside to collect this one. He's ahead at the moment, and into the corner we go. And now he loses it back again.
This is never ending. Oh, we've lost Hardy. Hardy's gone. That's in turn 1. I think he's damaged. Oh, he's retired. He's actually decided to retire that. But here we go with the same 2 drivers scrapping. The ART boys going for it. Not ART, sorry. MP Motorsport. I was near the right. Oh, that's a mistake. Overspeed just lost it on the exit, and that's him caused a rotation. I think he's got wing damage to go with it. No, I don't know how he managed to avoid that, but his wing is fully intact.
Is it really?
From my screen, it looked like.
That? Well, he's done well then to keep that going.
Toto is... Go on.
Go on.
Furball is... Oh, Toto's hit that sausage curb on the final corner, and that's caused him to lose a lot of pace, a lot of momentum. Furball has seen it and going right round the outside, down the home straight with DRS wing wide open. This might be a problem now for him because Toto is right in the gearbox of his car, and this time he's got the DRS. Furball's got nothing. And I think despite the mistake that was made from Toto, Furball may still lose out again. Yes, he is. Back down the inside, they have a bit of a weaving session. I think Toto's trying to get the DRS, and he's played that very smartly because he's still going to get the move done and secure DRS for this next straight, which means, very simply, he can hold this position, or can he? Because Furball is right there.
Furball will have a look here going into turn number 4. He's going to have to go around the outside if he wants it, which is not the ideal overtaking manoeuvre, but Toto holds the inside and holds the position.
There's also a battle going upfield as well with Kai Bacchini and Jack, just to add a bit of variety. They've been battling since the very beginning, lap 5 now of 10, and they are still...
Oh, Torto's off track! Furball's got the inside line, there could be contact! Just avoiding. Tor nearly lost the place there to Furball. Holds it once again. He's making a lot of mistakes here, and this could cost them.
It's just the pressure. Honestly, the pressure's just really mounting up on these guys, and they're having to properly scrap right the way through. Tortor still feeling that pressure, and Furball, has he learned from his mistakes last time round?
That's Kai. That's Kai, dropped off the rear. Jackie's lost the place. He's down to P4. Only 1.2 seconds ahead of these guys now. And these guys are going to catch him up quite quickly, especially if he's got damage.
Oh, Furball. He just nearly lost the entire rear of the car. And again, same situation. Tortor's going to be able to get that position back once more as we lead up towards turn 3. He's got the inside. He's going to have DRS, I believe. I think he timed it perfectly again. Let's have a look. No, he did not. This time, Furball's going to benefit from it. So, Tortor, he made a big mistake there. Let's go, Furball.
Yeah, Furball will go on by. Tortor's going to hold the inside, but it's now gone. He's looking back. He's looking back. That's a lunge and a half. Oh, he's collected. That's Default coming through.
Yep, and Default's already looking for Furball as well. 2 cars, 1 corner. That was a... Oh, never mind. It's been returned again. Furball's coming at him, but they are literally just chopping and changing left, right, and centre. Default finally secures that position. Wow, what a move from Default.
Yeah, and Aviator's trying to make moves on Tortor behind. These guys are trying to come through the field, take advantage of Tortor and Furball battling. And that little nudge down at turn 4 cost so far Tortor 1 place. And it's going to be 2 places to go to the breaking point. And Aviator's a nose ahead with DRS as well. Tortor doesn't have DRS off that.
We are lap 7 of 10. We are running out of time. If any of these guys want to try and bring it further up, this is actually going to still work out for Tortor, even if he finishes P8. Because yes, he's still in a point scoring position, but remember, we go into a sprint race after this with reverse grid. It's the top 8 that get reversed. So Tortor will actually start the grid in P1, which is really good going for him there. He just won't get as many points if he can hold it, but still potential race win on the cards. Oh, no, if he does that. Oh, he's caught it. No, he hasn't. And overspeed's coming. He might be able to take P8 away from him. Yes, he is. Yep. Tortor's going to try and recover. There's not a great deal more he can do about this other than just try and get the car pointing. He's in P10. He's in P11. Things are crumbling at the seams.
He does have front wing damage as well. Front right end plate is missing off that car. And it's going to make things even harder for him. And I think P11 is going to be the best he can achieve today because Jeb's 30 seconds off the rear. Jeb will close up once he gets past the incident, but yeah, Tor's race is done and dusted for now. Yeah,
pretty much. There's not a lot more he can do, to be honest. He might be able to get P10 if he can get his skates on, but he's 2.3 seconds away from Landos. Landos is right with there on the limit of getting DRS on Rexon. If he gets DRS, Tortor's got no chance of bringing it back in for that P10. But, you know, never say never. Things have happened, and stuff like that happens. P10 might still be on the table.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes at the moment towards the back. The front runners are coming through, Marquez and Badger, who are trying to engage in a little battle. Marquez has gone deep into that corner. Badger's got a chance coming through on him. Badger can take advantage of this. Marquez is a nose ahead, but Badger has DRS. I believe Marquez does as well. Badger has the inside line coming up towards turn 4. Marquez does not have DRS, actually. Badger, is he going to have this position? Into the corner they go. They've got to be careful. They've got people coming up behind them. Default is behind them.
Oh, Marquez. Yeah, Marquez just lost the rear then. So Badger gains that position up to P15 now. Default coming in again, like you said. So the blue flags are definitely being flown away here. This is proving difficult for the front runners to be able to get past the back markers just purely because of that battle going on.
Also, it does help them though that back markers do offer DRS assistance. So if you time it right and get to the back marker, you don't want to hold yourself up more than you absolutely have to get DRS, but sometimes it can just help you get away or catch up to the DRS of the guy in front. Just getting a little bit of helping hand from the people at the back.
Lando's Milkman then half a second behind Rexon, trying to get that toe down the home straight along with the DRS to help bring him closer. P9 is definitely on the table here for him. He only has to close in a little bit on this lap. Could actually save it for the next. But that's the thing you got to worry about. This is, like I said, very much a DRS toe slipstream fest, and you need to make sure that you are in the right place at the right time.
Sorry, Badger and Marquez going out. It's Furball is trying to come past them. I think there may have been contact between Badger, Marquez and Furball. Furball's just lost the place to Aviator. Coming off turn 3.
Oh, Landos! Sorry, Landos just did an absolute wonderful cutback on Rexon. Rexon was left just sitting there with twiddling his thumbs, not knowing what's going on, but Badger's off track. That's a mistake and a half there.
Well, he has let the front runners through, which is nice of him. That's about it. That's all he's done.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
spun. Rex is spun.
Yeah,
Rex is spun coming up turn 4.
Bit of a mare there. It looked like he was trying to recover for time lost that he had early when Lando's Milkman just slid on through and just ran off with it. But, you know, these things happen. You got to recover. You can't let these mistakes get you down. You have to focus. And remember, this is race 1. That's fine. But you still got a sprint race to go. You can still secure some solid points. The weekend win, is pretty much off the cards. But that doesn't mean that you can't still score some respectable points. In a similar vein is like what Hayden's in. He's P13 right now. It wasn't without an incident, but there is a chance that in the next race he could go ahead and smash it.
He's got to get through the field though, starting from 13th, which is not going to be an easy challenge. Keep my eyes on Furball and Aviator that just got into the 1 second window on the final lap. Don't think Furball's going to take a risk now, considering he's going to start on the front row in the next race. He might as well just sit back and take this now.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing you got to ask yourself now. Do I want P2 or P3 in the next race? Do I want that extra bit of points for getting P6 if I can make it, or do I just sit tight and then take the better position for the start going into the sprint race? Well, that's the argument they're going to be having, whilst our race leader Piloto Paya comes around the final corner to take the feature race Grand Prix win and take those very solid 25 points to go with his already existing 4 points he got for qualifying in P1.
And he took the fastest lap.
Wait, in this session as well?
Yeah.
Wow. This guy
he's going to be the winner of the weekend.
Holds it down. Yeah, he's going to be the winner of the weekend if it continues like this. But it's not over, because bear in mind... No, I think he can. He has 25 plus... No, he can't. It can be matched. He can be tied, but Cryptic would need to win the next race and get a fastest lap to be able to tie it up. So we'll see. It's not over. But that would be also whilst Piloto doesn't score any points. So it is still doable. It's just very difficult to pull off, you know? That's the issue. So Furball gets the P8 position, meaning he will start the next race in P1. But then you got to hold it. That's the hard part. On a track like this, I know I keep saying it, but it just is so predominant here. DRS makes a massive difference, and he has to hold it down.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the start of the next race. It's only going to be a short one next race. Probably 5 laps, if that. I can't imagine it'll be 4 laps, but maybe 6 laps due to the length of the race. And it is going to be slipstream from almost start to finish, just like this one was. And yeah, you need to break that 1 second window in those first 3 laps, or you'll be hunted down for the remainder of the race.
You will indeed. So that's it for the feature race. We are about to move into the sprint race, but let's get those results for you now. So Piloto takes the win, as we said, along with the fastest lap. So that's 27 points to go through his already existing 4 points he got from qualifying, with Cryptic there in P2, Jack in P3, Kai Pacini in P4 with default P5, Aviator takes P6, Overspeed takes P7 with Furball, who gets the final P8 position of the reverse grid. So he will start in P1 in the next, with Lando's Milkman there in P9, Tortor in P10, Rexon best of the rest in P11, Hayden P12, Jeb P3, Reggie Jr. in P14. Reggie? Can't even say my own name. How bad is that? Marquez P15, Badger P16, Hardy P17, and last but not least is Ravenduck with a DNF alongside Hardy.
Default came from 20th to 5th, by the way.
That's pretty damn good going, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, Default is someone you can rely on for the F2 cars. I've seen him race here a few times, and he is pretty rapid. He's just a little bit inconsistent, and that's the issue. He can just turn up and destroy it, but then he can also destroy his car, and that ultimately is what it comes down to. But yeah, going back to Cryptic, he's 18 points going into this second race. He has still got an opportunity to bring this back together. Again, the situation is making sure that he doesn't have any incidents and still manage to get the race win here, whilst Piloto doesn't finish. Then there will be a 1 point gap with Cryptic in P1. He would also need to get fastest lap if he wants to secure that properly. And that will allow Piloto to get P6, I think is the highest Piloto can finish if we want to have a tie.
Crikey. Well, it's going to be hard to see that, but we said that last week, and Piloto, was it? Well, 2 weeks ago, sorry. I keep confusing myself. And Piloto lost it quite early on, but then
last week.
Clawed himself back. No, it was 2 weeks ago. It was France.
2 weeks ago.
And he lost it on the opening lap and then climbed his way back just to literally get a couple of points, and that's all he needed. So who knows? I mean, this is a track that is easy to catch other cars and easy to pass, but it's not easy to get away from other cars. So we'll see what happens.
We have Roshko back, and Avia is back as well. So that's
Absinthe.
good. Absinthe.
Avia was already here.
And he's loaded in as well, even better. So he will actually get to partake in the race. It's just now Raggy Jr. that we're waiting for.
We're always waiting on Raggy.
And he's gone.
Oh, that was quick.
There we go then. So, drivers ready to go. The sprint race has, formation for the sprint race, sorry, has been started. 7 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix now. And Furball's going to be leading us around. How many prediction for the end of this one? Considering where everybody's starting, and we have got some drivers, Hayden Gullis starting on the super soft tyres along with Marquez and Badger. Thoughts on how this is going to pan out?
Badger's doing that because he's going to pit very early after he destroys his front wing going into turn 1.
Have you seen how many cars have been reset to... Oh, there's a mega collision going on. Yes, we just had even more cars being reset to the grid.
How do you facing the wrong way on the grid?
Is that Lando's? Yeah, it is.
Blue car, is that Lando? It is. I'm hoping he doesn't have to start like that.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Oh dear.
And on cars like this, where the rear traction is very slippy, shall we say, this is going to be very difficult for Lando's to get a decent start here. He will need to go forwards initially just to get some sort of momentum and hopefully have some rear stability, but then his pace is just going to be lacking as a result. I'm expecting he's going to have a lot of place drops as a result of this. Hopefully he can recover and gain something out of this, but the others, they're currently working their way around still. Furball had a momentary lag there, and as well, we are now in AI mode. Everyone's resetting back to the grid, getting ready to go. Give me 1, 2, 3, quick, go.
Default, Kai, Piloto.
Cryptic not in that top 3 at all?
No.
Okay.
You'll see why.
Alright, I'm ready. My body is ready, my soul is ready. Let's see if we can do it as we go through a very sideways Lando's Milkman there.
I want to start on board with Lando.
Alright, let's do that.
Well, no, you can start on front with the front. I want to start on board with Lando because it's funny.
Alright. Well, looking at this then, here we go for the final time in the F2 cars before we move into the F1 Grand Prix. We have all of the cars on the grid. We are waiting for the lights to kick on. Oh, here we go. They finally appear on screen. Lights are on then. And the sprint race is going. Lando's actually gets a really solid start and he's staying out of the way as well. I didn't expect it to be quite as clean as it was. And immediately, Avia is up in a P2. Overspeed falls down to P3 and he's already losing out to his teammate. There is contact. They push each other off. Oh, there was near enough carnage. There is a car off track there as well. I'm not sure who that is. But we are still clean so far up towards turn 2.
Marquez did a big lunge into turn 1 as it's all getting a bit clustered up between 5 and 10.
Oh no, it's all gone wrong. There was a massive collision with Overspeed into the back of, I think it was his teammate or his maybe Piloto, but this is now great for Cryptic. He's in P6. Piloto is way down the field now as a result, and there is carnage all around them, meaning wing damages left, right, and center. Piloto is in trouble.
Yeah, on board at the moment. Jackie's trying to go around the outside of Lando's. Milkman's going to, or Torso, sorry, not Lando. Lando's just behind him, and he's not been able to get past anyone. Going to make some moves down into turn 6. Doesn't look to be that case. Piloto's battling with Jeb, and he's got a lot of work to do. Cryptic has even more work to do though. He needs to get himself up to the front and get the fastest lap.
Oh, Hidden Gullis is actually stuck. Yeah, he's stuck right in the middle of a mega fight. Hardy's gone for a huge send down the inside. Sends Overspeed just onto the outside, and that's allowed Toto to get through as well. And where has Hayden gone?
Big crash. Hayden's just been destroyed into the last. That's absolutely just sent it. It's like he forgot how to brake.
Oh dear.
Just sent it. I mean, the speed he went into that corner is the speed you might go into the one before. You carry a lot of speed, and he just absolutely annihilated the rear of Hayden. Hayden is now trying to make some moves. He's going to go alongside Marquez to go up the hill.
We'll hold that thought 1 second because Kai Vicini and Aviator are literally wheel-to-wheel charging up towards turn 4. Furball might be caught up in this. There's a big mistake from Kai. He's lost the rear, but he's caught it. He's still in this battle for P3, but this could have gone very wrong if that had happened how he didn't want it to go.
It's gone even worse down the back. Absinthe has forgotten how to brake. I'm not even joking. There's two incidents in 3 corners now for him. All from braking far too late. He's taken out 3 drivers in the last one. He's gained 3 places though.
Lando's Millman's managed to get through the inside of Hardy F1, and that's now brought him up to P7. Lando's is on a mission right now. He is charging right onto the back of Tortor now. We've got Cryptic who's in P4. He needs the race win, remember, in order for him to get the overall weekend win. Piloto is just outside the points. He needs to get to P8 in order to secure any points here. There is still a chance, but Kai Bicini is looking to secure the top 3 and maybe keep Cryptic out of that podium spot, as Aviator is DRS slipstreaming right up towards the back of Furball. Kai Bicini is doing the same on Aviator, but I thought he was going to break late there. He's actually done quite well. Kept it all together. Lando's Millman still with Toto. This might be a send. Here we go for Lando's, looking for the send then in towards turn 3. Big lock up on the right hand side, but he's managed to keep it, I think, as Toto just gets a little bit sideways, and that's allowed Lando's Millman to go and run away with this. Toto actually didn't get any DRS, and we've lost overspeed.
Not sure. He's just gone straight on. I think they might have been deliberate. I've had enough of this retirement by the looks of things. The only reason I can find for going straight on there, but what's done? And who else is that?
Piloto.
Piloto off again.
I don't think that was even any contact. I think he did that on his own. That's bad news bears for him then, so he's going to be very much out of the points.
I suspect there's a collision between him and Ravenduck, considering Ravenduck is limping. I think he might have nudged him and is apologising by giving the position back. And also off track is Rockashow.
Roshko, yeah, and Kai Bicini's just got fastest lap chase and Aviator. Again, this is going to be a mega battle. Furball's in so much trouble here. Kai Bicini might actually get both places. Aviator's going to get a better exit. He's going to get the toe as well, and Furball is in serious trouble. Here comes Aviator. Here comes Kai Bicini. Furball, where do you go here? Do you hold the inside? Kai Bicini's going for the inside. He's going to go for a double move here. He's going right the way through. He's got Furball. Is he going to get the exit he needs as well to get Aviator? I think he might just do that. DRS has been enabled for Kai, and Aviator does not have it. Kai Bicini, going in towards turn 4, will actually secure the race lead.
Kai was the other one I was looking at to take the race win. I did put him P2. He's paying off for me at the moment. Can he continue to pay out?
I think the answer is a firm absolutely. Look at him go right now, but he has to worry about that DRS. Like I said, it's so huge here. 3 DRS straights, one after the other, and there's not a lot he can do, although he is holding Aviator back, and Avier's just been rotated. That was a big, entertaining move down the inside. I think the door got closed on him, but there was not a lot of room he could go. Toto, he's looking for Lando's.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes further back towards the 6th, 7th and 8th battle going on. We've got Lando's Milkman Tour and Jackal vying for P6 here. P6 is the last of the points paying position as well, I believe, in the sprint, isn't it?
Yes, P6.
Cryptic and 8 faces from P6?
No, P8. P8, sorry.
I thought it was
the final
less.
points position. It is less, but
Okay.
top 10 are normally the ones that get the points.
Okay, I can't remember.
Jack is pushing to try and get on the back of Toto. He's actually alongside of him right now, ready to attack in towards turn 3, but there's a bit of a lag issue there for him. I think he's actually fallen back as a result of that. Almost a bit of contact into the rear of Toto. Aviator was battling with Cryptic. Cryptic made the move pretty simple, although Aviator is ready to pay the favour back. A bit of movement there in terms of network, and that's not helped him out at all. That allows Cryptic to keep P3 for now. But that is a 3-second gap to this battle for P1. Kai Bicini is holding it down. He's managed to somehow keep himself in that race lead position after the 3 DRS straights, but he's got to do it not just once, not just twice, but 3 times in order to keep that position locked in.
Yep, eyes back towards Absinthe and Hardy. Nudges going on back there, that's for sure. As Absinthe has now got through, but Hardy has a better front wing, I believe, so should be able to get back past Absinthe. When it comes to it, Absinthe is starting to put away a little bit. And we'll see if Hardy can catch up and pass him on the next straight or the one after.
Toto's lost P7 now. Jack is through. Jack is lining up on Lando's. That was a bit of a deep move from Jack there. He's run off the track. This has allowed Toto to get a much better exit. Here he is in the slipstream of Jack then. What do you do here, Jack? Not a lot is the answer. Oh, as Toto went for a little dummy and then goes back onto the inside. He's going to hold Jack out there. There's contact. That's sent him right off the track. Straight through to the other side. Big penalty as a result. And he manages to keep himself out of the wall. We did lose another driver. That's Badger, who's retired in the pit lane. And Toto had the scare of his life right there.
I kind of missed it. I just saw a big 10 seconds pop up on my screen. But Peloto's just been squeezed into the grass by Hardy. Hardy left him zero room on the outside. And Hardy holds on to P11 then. Peloto's looking to try and come past. I was about to say Peloto has the fast lap, but that's just been beaten by Roshko. Let's go with that.
It's Roshko. He's going for it though, is Peloto on the back of Hardy. There's not a great deal Hardy could do here, to be honest. He's trying to just hold it. He's pushing him to the very edge, giving him enough space there that time. And now the second to last corner, he knows that the outside line is a tougher line to take, as Hardy will still hold the position for now. But the better exit from Peloto. The DRS is available for him. Or is it? It looks like it's failed on him because he hasn't got it. He's actually got no DRS working for him as Peloto. He still gets the move done, although has he? Because Hardy's back through, but he's gone very deep in towards turn 1, and that's allowed Peloto to get away now. No DRS for him. Hardy does have it, so Peloto's not safe yet. There is still an opportunity for that battle to come back. But Cryptic is running for P2 right now. If he can get fastest lap, which he doesn't have currently, then he might actually be able to secure enough points. Furball in trouble. Not right now.
Last lap, he's got it. This is the last lap. Unless Kai has a massive off and Cryptic hits something magical in terms of getting the fast lap, I think it is a done dealio. And Cryptic is going to take Furball on this one, or is he going to go for the next one? He's looking down the inside. Not a lot of braking to be the last late breakers into turn number 9. Turn 10 though, a little bit more braking. He's not finding the way through.
Meanwhile, Kai Bicini crosses the line and takes P1. Furball takes P2. Ivia, oh, wow, that was close. Furball takes P2. Cryptic takes P3, despite Aviator having a better exit. Rexon takes P5. Jack takes P6. Landos takes P7. Default taking 8th, with Toto in 9th. Absinthe gets P10 and a mega collision to follow that up. Peloto jumps him to P9, but he still hasn't scored any points. I don't think it's enough for Cryptic to take the overall weekend win. I think Peloto may still have kept that one nailed in, as Marquez comes to the line and takes P14. Hayden, who's a little bit further back, will be looking to take 15th as Roshko is hunting him down.
Yeah, it's not over yet. It's super soft tyres on both of these cars. Roshko is closing up a little bit, but I don't think he's going to close up enough unless Hayden makes a big mistake on the last. Roshko looks like he's going to be P16 here. Hayden will be 15. Yeah. And then we're just waiting for the Jeb.
Yep, he's got just one corner to go, and then he is there. Right. To the finish. Does Jeb now? I think, if my maths is correct. No, it's crawling. You can do it, Jeb. You can do it. You can do it.
That's the line. Go on, boy. Go on.
Go on. A little bit further. Just a little bit further. Just tiny bit further, Jeb.
One that.
And there it is.
Hey.
We finish the sprint race here in the F2 cars. I think, if my maths is correct, Cryptic hasn't done it. I think he's lost out by like 5 points. It's very close, but he has still had a really good show here. Let's have a quick look at the rundown then. We've seen who finished where in that race, but have we seen the weekend results?
Oh.
Peloto by 1 point. I didn't think it was going to be that close, but 1 point was all that it stands. And Cryptic did get the fastest lap on the final lap, or he must have got it as the fastest in the point scorers. But anyway, Peloto taking P1 by 1 point. Cryptic takes P2, and Kai Bicini, after getting 2 solid results back to back, one with a win in the second race, and obviously a nice solid P4 in the first race, allows Kai Bicini to get P3 in the overall weekend results. Jack gets P4, Aviator P5, Furball P6 with default in 7th, Overspeed 8th, Rexon 9th, Landers Millman in 10th, Toto in 11th, Absinthe 12th, with Hardy joining him there, along with Ravenduck, Marquez, Hayden, Roshko, Jeb, and Horned Badger. That is it for the F2 cars, but do not go anywhere because we'll be back very shortly with the hype video building us up to the F1 race, and I cannot wait to see how they fight this out in the F1 cars in Austria.
Not Australia.
Austria. Close
Austria.
enough.
You sure?
It's definitely Austria.
Okay.